And now I'd like to introduce Ron Chen. Again, he's our 2009 Youth Ambassador. And Ron, take it away.
Hello, my name is Ron Chen. I'm 8 years old and I'm in the 3rd grade. I love to play basketball, football, and soccer, and I'm on the swim team. And I play the piano too. And I live with type 1 diabetes. On April 10th, 2007, I found out that I had diabetes. I thought it would be the hardest thing in my life. I was in the hospital for 3 days. Nurses were constantly coming into my room and poking me with syringes. At first, I was really scared. The pokes hurt a lot, and I didn't really know what was going on. My mom and dad were scared too. They didn't know anything about diabetes. We had a lot to learn. At first, I learned about diabetes from the doctors at the hospital. They were really nice. I learned about low blood sugar and high blood sugar. I also learned that the normal blood sugar range is between 100 and 170. When I went into the hospital, my blood sugar was so high it was 475. When I came home from the hospital, my doctor said that I was only allowed to eat 45 carbohydrates per meal. I was testing my blood 6 or 7 times a day. That means 6 or 7 pokes. My dad or mom would give me insulin shots before each meal and before I went to that. That equals 4 more pokes. I had to get used to about 11 pokes every day. That's a lot of pokes. Now that 2 years has gone by, I've learned a ton of things, and I'm very independent with taking care of my diabetes. I only test before meals and before I go to bed. And I give myself insulin with a pen, not the pen that you write with, an insulin pen. I'm also very good at counting carbs. I'm not restricted to eat 45 carbohydrates either. I can eat what I want, but I just have to be careful to be sure to take the right amount of insulin. My teacher and 2 parapros at my school are trained to know about diabetes every day before lunch. I go to the school office and test my blood. Then I take my insulin and join my friends in the lunchroom. There aren't too many kids at my school that know I have diabetes because I don't do anything differently except to go to the office and test my blood sugar at lunchtime. Once I forgot to go to and test, and a friend of mine reminded me to go test. What a nice kid. This summer, of course, I'm riding in the Tour de Cure, and I'm going to diabetes camp for 1 week. It's an overnight camp for kids who have diabetes just like me. A friend of mine went there last summer, and Morgan said that it was really fun. I'm excited to see what it's going to be like. This is why we ride. I hope that one day I won't be poking my fingers and giving myself shots, counting carbs, and visiting with the doctor because someone will have discovered a cure for this disease. The discovery is expensive. That's why we ride. I want to say a huge thank you to everyone who will be riding in the Tour de Cure this summer and helping us to raise money to find a cure for diabetes.
Very good.